As the darkness consumed me, I understood the truth. Jessica was not just a victim, she was a vessel for something far more sinister. The unseen classmates, the ones who had been lost to the shadows, were now reaching out, drawing me into their world. I felt their cold fingers wrap around my mind, and I fought against the tide, but it was futile. In that moment, I was flooded with memories, fragments of lives that had been snuffed out, dreams that had turned to dust. I saw faces of students who had once walked the halls of Crestwood High, their laughter now silenced, their spirits trapped in this limbo. They were all around me, their eyes pleading for release, but their voices were drowned out by the cacophony of despair. "Join us," they whispered again, their voices a haunting melody that echoed in my ears. "You can't escape. You belong here now." I felt my resolve weakening as the shadows tightened their grip. I was losing myself, my identity slipping away like sand through my fingers. I thought of my friends, my family, the life I had known, and I clung to those memories with all my strength. "No, I won't let you take me," I screamed, summoning every ounce of willpower I had left. With a surge of defiance, I pushed against the darkness, forcing my way back to the surface. I could feel the shadows recoiling, their grip loosening as I fought to break free. I stumbled backward, gasping for air, and suddenly, I was back in the hallway of the old school building, the moonlight spilling through the broken windows. I collapsed to the ground, panting, my heart racing. The whispers had faded, but the weight of their presence lingered in the air. I looked around, half expecting to see Jessica or the other lost souls, but the room was empty. I had escaped, but at what cost? As I made my way back to the exit, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had only temporarily eluded them. The shadows were still there, lurking just beyond the edges of my vision, waiting for the moment I would let my guard down. I stepped outside, the cool night air hitting my face like a slap, and I vowed to never return to that cursed place. But the nightmares began that night. I would wake up in a cold sweat, the echoes of their whispers haunting my dreams. I tried to confide in my friends, but they brushed it off as stress from school. I felt increasingly isolated, as if I were.
Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness, Jessica, her face pale and drawn, her eyes filled with anguish. "You shouldn't have come back," she said, her voice trembling. "They won't let me go. They'll take you too." I felt a wave of despair wash over me, but I couldn't back down now. "We're not afraid of them, Jessica. We're here for you," I shouted, trying to reach the part of her that was still there, still human. The shadows surged forward, swirling around us like a storm. I could feel their anger, their desperation to keep her trapped. "You don't understand," Jessica cried, her voice breaking. "They feed on fear. They want to keep us here forever." I took a deep breath, focusing on the warmth of my friends beside me. "We're not afraid, Jessica. We believe in you. You can break free," I urged, my voice steady despite the chaos around us. As I spoke, I could see a flicker of recognition in her eyes. The shadows hesitated, as if unsure of how to respond. "You have to let go of the pain," I continued, my heart racing. "You're not alone anymore. We're here to help you find peace." The shadows writhed violently, and I felt a cold grip around my throat, as if they were trying to silence me. I gasped for breath, but I pushed through the fear. "Jessica, remember who you are. You are strong. You can fight this." With every word, I could see the shadows beginning to recede, their hold on her weakening. Jessica's expression shifted, a flicker of hope breaking through the despair. I want to be free," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the chaos. "Then let go," I shouted, my voice echoing in the darkness. "Let go of the fear. You deserve to be free." In that moment, I felt a surge of energy, a warmth spreading through the room. The shadows shrieked, their forms twisting and contorting as they fought against the light. Jessica's eyes locked onto mine, and I could see the struggle within her. "Help me," she cried, her voice filled with desperation. "Together," I shouted, urging my friends to join me. We all focused our energy, our voices rising in unison as we recited the words of the cleansing ritual. The air crackled with power, and the shadows began to dissolve, their anguished cries echoing in the darkness. "Let her go," I screamed, pouring every ounce of strength into my voice. The shadows writhed and twisted, but we held our ground, our determination unwavering. With one final push, the shadows erupted in a blinding flash of light, and I felt a rush of energy wash over me. The room filled with a brilliant glow, and I shielded my eyes. When I opened them again, the shadows were gone, and Jessica stood before me, her expression transformed. "Thank you," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. "I can finally be free." As the light enveloped her, I felt a sense of peace wash over me. The weight of despair lifted, and I knew